that cool stuff. So this is going to be podcast number 1 for YouTube. Thank you. And this isn't actually a podcast. This is just for YouTube. All right, 3. Okay. So first story. Elijah's going to tell this one. This is a great story.
Okay, so we were down at Cali Lake Waterfall.
Yeah.
And so I had been to a summer camp earlier that summer, and we learned how to boulder and stuff. And I was already good at climbing, not to be like, yeah, but so I decided to climb up the side of the waterfall to. I thought there was like a place behind it that I could go sit, and it would be really cool. And on my way up, a couple of my holds broke. And once I got up there was nowhere to sit. So
here, I hear Elijah being like, so he's probably up there for a good like minute, like, oh my god, what do I do in his head? So then I hear, help, like, and I'm like, he's just joking with me, you joke with each other all the time, and then I hear like fear in his voice, like, you know how you can, like, when someone's like, help, you know, or like help, like, but you hear like, you're like, help, you know, like you can hear that in their voice. So I hear that from Elijah, so I come running down, and he's just like probably like 25 feet above the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the hell? And like, I'm like, first off, how the hell did you get up there? And second off, what are we gonna do? Because I know he's stuck. Like, he looks scared. I can see in his eyes and everything like that, you know? So, so my mom comes down. Actually, you could tell this part. I just wanted to tell what I heard. Yeah.
So Paxton's mom comes over, and I'm pretty sure I don't remember it that much.
I definitely do. Like,
I remember myself in that moment, but I don't remember everything going on around me besides you over in the rocks and me screaming, help, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, my holds were breaking one by one. And then,
like, my mom was like, all right, can you slowly work your way down? And then you were like, probably 5 seconds later, bam,
yeah.
Like, falls down. Thank God you were, like, still attached to it. Or if you would have fallen, dude, bad things could have happened. Like, if you would have fallen back. So he was, like, pretty much sliding down this waterfall. Spiky little waterfalls, like, little spiky rocks. Just falling down. And I bet it felt like forever for you. Like, you know how you're, like, falling and you're like, oh, crap. Like, you can literally, like, see your, like, life in front of your eyes. I know it's kind of a cringy
I remember
thing.
thinking,
like,
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I might die.
Like, that was a scary...
Or I'm gonna get stitches after this. I don't want stitches.
Thank God he didn't. Like, he did, like, so he comes down, and I don't know if he's a cat or something, but, like, he just landed on his 2 feet. He's, like, on his feet, and so I mean, I don't think you didn't cry, but you were shooken up. Like, I could tell you were very, like, oh my god, like, that was crazy, that was very dramatic. And so I could tell that. So you know, like me back then, 2016, I was recording the entire thing on my GoPro. I have that footage on my mom's old computer. Mm-hmm. Of you just like there, and I was like, Elijah just fell off this waterfall, and I'm like, and then I look back on that now, I'm like, I'm a horrible friend. I should have just been like, are you okay? But I was like, look at this.
And your mom was taking pictures of me to show my mom.
Well, yeah, but that was after you, like.
Yeah, that was after I fell down.
Yeah, after a while. So.
And I barely missed that huge.
So
rock
after that, we
kind of.
It was actually a pretty fun day after that. Personally, like, we just ate popcorn and we just kind of chilled and watched movies. And just had kind of a really relaxed day, but it was really nice to just kind of take a break from herping. But that was one of the craziest stories we have at the British Brothers. I feel like I could tell one more. How much is... It's been 5 minutes? Alright, that's not bad for me to edit everything. Alright, so... pretty much... What story should we tell? Oh my god.
How many is there? Like 2?
Should we tell the rabbit story?
Which one?
Like the rabbit one, remember, like, and your grandparents, like, would probably try to save it by throwing the shirt over it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was an
Okay.
awesome one. All right, we'll tell that story. So, okay, so we were looking for copperheads or like any snakes. Really, we didn't really care back then. I think this was like way back then. Like I think it's like 2015.
Maybe.
Nude, because like we went to the waterfall. Like, dude, we went to the waterfall. Like, yeah, dude, it was probably like 2015. When your parents had that. When your grandparents had that big log pile. So a little backstory on this. His grandparents are, you know, a little bit wealthy. They have a lot of land, big house. They have their own pool. They have like 2 ponds, so it's a pretty fun place. It's really not that best for herping. There's not really a cover, but for soft shells and snappers and all turtles, it's awesome. So back a while ago, probably 2015ish, probably leading up into 2016 pretty soon. We were just climbing on the logs. It was probably like 5 feet high for logs. It was pretty high, or decently high for like logs, just for the fire and stuff. So, for like firewood, and so we were like climbing around that, and I see down in this like far down. Actually, that was way farther than 5 feet.
I just remember like It was just like this hole.
Yeah, there's like this hole, and then so that was probably, okay, let me rephrase that 5 feet. That was probably like 10 feet down, okay? After we climbed to the very top, you know?
I don't know.
Maybe like 6, not 10.
I don't know.
It's pretty far down, dude, because remember we
I
had to
remember
climb down?
being on the ground to like throw the shirt.
Yeah, but we got down because we had to climb down. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, it was at least a 5 feet thing, and so back then, we weren't very experienced with this stuff. Now, I would just grab the rabbit by its feet and try to carefully not hurt it and climb out, and then we would safely get it. But
it was like injured, wasn't it? It was like
I don't know.
It was shivering.
It was like, I don't know. We felt like it was stuck, and I think it really was. So what we did was, my phone is at temp. Okay. That's not a big deal. All right. So we I take off my shirt. Or was it yours? I think it was actually your shirt.
I don't know.
So whoever. One of us took off our shirts, and so we throw that on the rabbit so we can like scoop it up in the shirt. So we throw it over the rabbit. The rabbit's probably freaking out now, like what the you know? And so we throw it over the rabbit, and then you climb down to go get it, and then like you like had it kind of, you know, and then
And
like
then
ran away
it
shoots under the logs.
Yeah.
And so like back in my mind, I was like, dude, we're going to be heroes. We're going to save this rabbit. It's going to be so awesome. And it really wasn't stuck in the end. It was just right out. Because we were like, oh my God, it's stuck because it's like in this hole, like through the logs. It was crazy. But it really wasn't stuck. So that's kind of a funny story, little story. I feel like for next podcast, we should hold the Western Diamondbacks in Kansas. Yeah. By the way, if you're hearing this and you are known in Kansas, yes, there are Diamondbacks in Kansas. I know in the field guides don't show it, but there are, because the field guides are very outdated, and we have pictures. We are in a column swarm that is like the Herpers like magazine kind of.
It's basically a newsletter.
It's pretty much, it's like a news, but like for like herps and like wildlife and stuff, the calm storm, and we're in that for that. And it wasn't actually the first Diamondbacks ever in Kansas, but it was
the reason we got in it was because of the baby.
Yeah. Well, anyways, stop. No spoilers. The point is, we'll tell that story later, and. So yeah, that was an awesome story. So I think we're gonna end this. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed this. How long was this? This was 9 minutes. This was 9 minutes. All right. Anyways, I think we're gonna go. Anything you want to say, Elijah?
Just thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, this is just a camera. We just had it black. So this is just a field guide. Might not see them. So anyways, thank you for tuning in, and see you later.